Namaste to all. In this short audio, we will understand some important mantras from Yajurveda's last chapter, Yajurveda 40th chapter, 9th, 10th, and 11th mantra. Whatever knowledge I am sharing with you is what I have learned from my Acharya. So the mantra goes like this. अंदन्तमः प्रविशन्ति ये असम्भूतिम् उपासते ततो भूय इव ते तमो यवु सम्भूत्यां ग्रतः. So the meaning of this mantra, we have to take note of two important words, or in fact three important words. The first one is tamaha. Tamaha means darkness. Asambhutim and Sambhutim. Asambhutim means Prakriti. Prakriti is the non-alive matter or the non-alive eternal matter from which this entire universe is created by Almighty God. That is called as Asambhuti. And the third word is Sambhuti. Sambhuti is the universe or the creation. So whatever we see by our eyes, whatever we feel by our sense organs, all is part of Sambhuti. So the mantra says those people who upasate, who worship the Asambhutim, the Prakriti, that is the non-alive matter, those people who worship this non-alive matter, which is the root cause of this creation of the universe, they pravishanti, they completely enter into tamaha, darkness. And it also says andam tamaha. This darkness is in such a way, it is like an illusion which is covered with a lid. That is, this illusion is covered with a false knowledge. So it is impossible to come out of this darkness. We have to understand that in that sense. And the other second line says, Tato bhuya ivate tamu yavu sambhutyang rataha. That means, on the other hand, the first set of people are the people who are worshipping the Prakriti. They enter into the darkness. The second set of people are the people who are rataha. Rataha means who are feeling the pleasure, duly entangled in the Sambhutim. Sambhuti means, as I told, this universe or the creation what we see. So these people enter, who feel the pleasure, duly entangled in this universe, they are also pravishanti, but they also enter completely in the pravishanti tamahad, in the darkness. Yavu tato bhuya vu. That is, undoubtedly they are into more darkness than those people who are worshipping the Asambhuti, that is the Prakriti. So people who are worshipping the Prakriti are in darkness, whereas people who are worshipping the universe, they are into more darkness. So this mantra also very clearly indicates to us we should not worship anything external. Like idol worship is prohibited in the Vedas, and the punishment of idol worship is people who are doing idol worshipping, they will enter into more darkness. That means they will never be able to come back to a human birth to attain knowledge. This is the punishment given in this mantra. But we have to understand what is meant by upasate asambhutim. That means who worships Prakriti means what? Prakriti is that nature of the, or that state of the nature where the universe creation does not happen. That means when this universe gets destroyed, the full universe will get converted into Prakriti. And Prakriti is the stage in which there are three attributes of Prakriti, or the three gunas of Prakriti, Rajagun, Tamagun, Satagun. From these three gunas, this whole universe is created by Almighty God. So the time at which these three gunas are inactive or in a dormant stage, that stage is called as Prakriti. So people who are worshipping Prakriti means those people like scientists or technicians or engineers or researchers, those people who are continuously involved or indulged in searching the root cause of universe creation, who are continuously researching from which matter sun is made, moon is made, galaxy is made, black hole is made, how neutron, proton, electron work, what is gluon, muon, Higgs boson. All these people come under this upasate asambhutim, this category. And that means people who are indulged in worshipping the Prakriti, that means they have forgotten Almighty God. We have to worship Almighty God. If we worship Almighty God and side by side we are also researching in finding out the root cause of this universe, it's absolutely okay. But duly forgetting the worship of Almighty God, people are indulged in root cause of the universe creation and scientific advancements. Then these people enter into darkness, is what God says. And further to that, other set of people are people like normal people who are worshipping, like, okay, the sun is in the sky, okay, let us worship sun, let us worship moon, let us worship air, water, everything. Or other set of people are indulged, entangled in the pleasure giving universe. That means they are entangled into attachment, into moh mamta of their family. They are duly attached to their family, they are attached to money, pomp and show, TV, mobile, all those things, but they have forgotten Almighty God. Or they are worshipping that kind of Almighty God which is part of this universe. For example, they will create an idol from a stone which is a part of the creation and they will worship that Almighty God. These people also enter into the more darkness than those scientists. This is a very big warning by Almighty God, and this warning has to be noted by each and every human being, that we should not worship this kind of creation. Neither worship the creation nor worship the root cause of creation, which is Prakriti. We have to worship the creator, basically. That is the mantra says. But there are 3 mantras in this series, Yajurveda 40th chapter, 9, 10 and 11. The 9th mantra is this one what I told. 10th mantra says, Anyadevahuhu sambhavad anyadahu rasambhavad iti shusrumadhiranam yenastada vichichakshire. So here God says that you learnt about Asambhuti and Sambhuti in the previous mantra, but Anya Devahuhu, Deva means the learned of Vedas, they give another perspective or other meaning for this Sambhuti and Asambhuti. That means God says in this mantra that please understand what is Sambhuti, what is Asambhuti, that is what is Prakriti, what is this universe, what is this creation. Go and understand and ask those people who are learned of Vedas. They will give you another meaning or another perspective of this. And iti sushruma dhiranam yenas tadavichi chakshire. That means iti sushruma, you have to listen it from Dhir Purush. Dhiranam means here it is yogi, learned of Vedas, who have got enlightenment, who have attained Almighty God, who have seen Almighty God in the Samadhi with the closed eyes, not by open eyes. So those people are Dhiranam. We have to go and learn this knowledge from those people. And ye naha tadavichi chakshire. Nas means it is in Sanskrit, it becomes naha. Ye naha tadavichi chakshire means these people will clearly explain to you difference between Sambhuti, Asambhuti, what is the benefit of it, why this universe is getting created, what is the purpose of it, how to utilize this universe creation. All those secrets they will only tell. This is what Almighty God says. So this is also the fundamental rule of Almighty God, that we have to listen the spiritual knowledge or any knowledge only from Acharya of Vedas, only from people who have got enlightenment. This is also a fundamental rule of, unchangeable rule of Almighty God. So in the 3rd mantra, that is the 40/11 mantra, God says, Sambhutim cha vinasham cha yastad vedo bhayang saha vinashena mrityum tirtva sambhutyam amritam ashnute. So if we go to Dhir Purush, they will give a different perspective. But what is that perspective is what is given in the 3rd mantra. The mantra says Sambhutim cha vinasham. Sambhutim means, as I told in the first mantra, Sambhutim means this universe, this creation. So when we go to Acharya of Vedas, like I have gone to my Acharya and learned this mantra, when you go and understand, they will explain to you how this process of creation happens, and also they will explain to you this creation is temporary. This creation, after the creation, destruction will happen. Vinash. Vinash means destruction. Vinash mean also the inner meaning of Vinash means change of form. That means from Prakriti, universe got created. That is a different form of Prakriti, change the form to universe, and universe will change the form to Prakriti. Similarly, when somebody dies, the Jivatma, soul within that human body, somebody has died, that Jivatma will escape from the body. Jivatma is immortal thing. It will never die. And the body is also made up of Prakriti, the 5 elements of matter. So body is already dead matter. So Acharya of Vedas will explain to you why you are crying for a person who was dead, because his body is not him and he is not in the body. He has gone to other, he is a soul. That soul is going to take another birth soon. So this kind of deep secrets. So this body is made of 5 elements, and when we burn the body after the person is dead, this body will go again back to the 5 elements of nature. And at the final destruction of this universe, these 5 elements of nature also will go into the form of Prakriti. So, Vinasham cha, Sambhutim cha Vinasham cha Yastad Vedo means they will, Ved means knowledge. They will give you the knowledge, those Acharya of Vedas, they will give you clearly the knowledge of Sambhuti, the creation and the destruction, so that you will be able to clearly understand that why we are entangled. The first mantra speaks about entanglement into illusion and pleasures, etc. So this mantra Acharya will explain to us in such a way that we will be trying to come out of this entanglement. So we will do that worship of Almighty God which will release us from the entanglement, which will release us from illusion. But the main point is Acharya is needed. I am just trying to tell the knowledge what my Acharya has taught me in English to you, because some of the YouTube channel followers do not know Tamil or Hindi. So if you know Hindi, please go to my playlist and listen to this knowledge directly from my Acharya. There are so many videos I have uploaded, my Acharya Pravachans. You can go to playlist and see. So I am just trying to tell you in English just for some people who do not know Hindi, for them to understand. So the Acharya of Vedas will clearly make us understand the difference between creation and destruction and the change of forms, etc. And with this knowledge, Vinashena Mrityum Tirtva, when we understand the knowledge of Vinash, knowledge of the destruction, knowledge of the change of form of the Prakriti, then Mrityum Tirtva, we will not be sad when somebody dies, or we will not be sad when we will also leave the body. We will understand that we are soul. Of course, we will understand not only by bookish knowledge, we will understand by tapasya and sadhana, because we are listening it from Acharya. Acharya will tell those kind of worship of Almighty God which will make us realize who are we, that we are souls. So when we understand that we are souls and we are not in this body, at the time of death, we will not mrityum tirtva, we will be out of the pain of the death, or we will not have fear of death, or we will not have sadness of death. And Sambhutyam Amritam Ashnute. Also Acharya will tell how to utilize this creation. God has created this creation for us to utilize in the best way so that we can achieve enlightenment. So through this creation only we can achieve enlightenment. Some people are using this creation to worship God as idols, whereas other people who are followers of yogis or who are followers of Vedas, they will utilize this creation to worship Almighty God through Ashtanga Yoga Sadhana, through Yajna, through everyday Agnihotra, through name jap. These are not external things, these are internal things. Even we do Yajna by lighting a fire, by offering the Ahuti, we are remembering the holy name of Almighty God. By offering the Ahuti, we are doing good to the whole universe. So this benefit will help us in inner growth. So through this creation, God says Sambhutyam Amritam, means you can attain enlightenment from darkness. The first mantra spoke about you are entangled in Sambhuti, you are entangled in this creation, so you are going into darkness. But the third mantra says through this creation you are going into Amritam, you can achieve enlightenment. The only difference between the first mantra and the third mantra is the second mantra, where an Acharya is coming into our life, and Acharya is explaining this knowledge to us. So once we understand this knowledge from an Acharya of Vedas and follow the instructions of Acharya as per what knowledge he is giving as per Vedas, then we will be able to go towards enlightenment, from darkness to enlightenment, from entanglement to enlightenment. So this has to be very clearly understood. That's why I thought of making this small audio, which my Acharya explained so in so depth this 3 mantras. He likes these 3 mantras very much. He often gives the pravachan on these 3 mantras. So those people who are scientists, they are also entering darkness. Those people who are non-scientists but entangled with the pleasure of this universe, they are also entering darkness. Only those people who have understood the difference between the creation, the process of destruction, the form of Prakriti, everything is made by Almighty God, and we are Jivatma, we are not body. These kind of secretive knowledge, when we start understanding and also implementing the worship of Almighty God in daily life, those people will not have sadness or pain or fear of death, and those people are the people who will go into the Amritam Moksha, enlightenment. That is the gist of these 3 mantras. I hope you would have understood a bit. I request you to listen it again also. It will help a lot. I will meet you soon in another audio. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.